Hey, this is Matt, and this is Let's Drink with Matt.
What's the difference between me and you?
Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Matt with another edition of Let's Drink. Alright, so today I'm going to do a nice summery type of beer, being the fact that it isn't just getting the summer started and it is Memorial Day. So I'm going to do something light and fun that I've never had. And this is called a Wild Raspberry Ale. Now this is by a brewery called the Great Divide Brewery, which is in Colorado. And I'm beginning to find that a lot of great breweries are in Colorado, not just Coors and stuff like that. Great Divide's a brewery that I've heard a lot about. And also the Colorado Brewing Company is another really good one that I've had some really good beers with. Now, here's some literature on the side here. Wild Raspberry Ale is a unique, thirst-quenching ale fermented with real red and black raspberries. Its balance of malt and fruit flavors make it a beer lover's fruit beer. So it's a fruit beer. Now, I had some awards here, Best of the Rockies 07, Regional Champions 04, Regional Champions 03 for the U.S. Beer Tasting Championship. So it has some credentials. And without further ado, let's open. Not really any smoke coming out of this beer, that's okay. It's what's in the bottle that counts, of course. So, out of the Marlin's glass here, let's pour it. Kind of get a nice bright, not bright red, but you get a nice little red look in there. So let's pour this aggressively, see what kind of head I can get on here. Yeah, very bubbly, kind of a soapy, soda-y type of head on it. Not that big of a head. Poured it fairly aggressive. There's not much. Got a pretty red look to it. Ruby, not a ruby red, but kind of a copperish type of look. The head is slightly off-white, and it's very soapy. So without further ado, happy Memorial Day to everybody. Hope you're enjoying the day. Very bitter. Got a bitter bite to it. Got definitely raspberries. If you're a raspberry fan, you should definitely, because it has a very distinct raspberry taste to it. Yeah, very hoppy. I mean, on the bottle, supposedly said it was malty here. It's balanced on malt and fruit flavors. I'm getting, I don't know, I'm kind of sick right now, so I'm washing, and I got like my throat's been a little sore, so I've been kind of gargling with like salt water and just basically trying to take care of the sore throat. So that could take a little bit off this. Nice deep raspberry flavor. It's very prevalent in this beer. There's a nice raspberry smell to it also. So this is actually very, very tasty, very refreshing. Good summer beer. It is very bitter. I mean, raspberries are very tart to begin with. So you're getting that very tart, semi-sweet taste to it. You know there's fruit in it, but it's not it's not overpowering sweetness. If you like raspberries, you'll like this. If I was to compare it, I couldn't really compare it to Purple Haze, even though Purple Haze is a raspberry beer. But this has that's more of a wheat raspberry, where the raspberry is very it's a very faint raspberry taste, and you're getting more of the beer type of taste to it. This you definitely would call a fruit beer, because the fruit is overpowering in it, and it kind of takes away from the whole beer taste to it. Very fresh tasting beer. There wasn't really any carbonation in this per se. It was just kind of a very, you put the head in it, it bubbles up. It's like a soda, like in terms of like carbonation, but not even as much carbonation as in a soda. Has kind of a raspberry tea type of taste to it. Alright, and I mean, stomach's kind of full of Char Hut today. I don't know if anybody's from down south. Char Hut. Oh, that'd be a burger and onion rings. Oh yes, that was delicious. And nothing goes better than burger and onion rings and, of course, a beer. So I'm gonna wash those burger and onion rings down right now with some raspberry. So here we go. Ah, there you go. That was about half the beer. That was pretty tasty beer. I mean, heavy on the raspberries. Very flavorful. You knew you were drinking a beer, so it has a slight beer flavor, but just overall very tasty, delicious beer. I liked it a lot. All right, now here's the judgment. Got to give this beer a thumbs up. Overall, I mean, just a delicious beer. I mean, if you're into raspberries, you'll definitely like this. If you're a fan of Purple Haze, the Abita beer, you will probably like this. It's not as light. It's a little more like a beer than the Purple Haze, because the Purple Haze is a very light beer, very I don't want to say it's not a Belgian or anything like that, but it's just fermented a different way where they kind of leave the raspberries as an afterthought, whereas this on the bottle it's like brewed with real raspberries and everything, so it's fermented with it, so you get that real deep raspberry flavor to it. Almost like, I don't want to compare it to a malt beverage or anything like that, because it's not that sweet, but it has that certain malt quality to it where it tastes like a malt, even though on the bottle it says a malt and fruit flavor. So. But it's not like you're drinking a Raz, like a Bacardi Raz or anything like that. It's not like you're drinking a soda. No, the label's fine. It's kind of rustic looking. Had no problem with it. Very nice. I love the smell of raspberry, so it has a very sweet raspberry smell to it. The raspberry kicks you right when you start drinking it. You get raspberry all the way through. The smell is really great, like I said. The head is whatever. It was enough. Even though I poured it aggressively, there wasn't much head on it. It was still fine. I had no problem with it. And like, mouthfeel was very pleasant. It was a little harsh. It tasted, even though it is malty, I still tasted a lot of bitterness and tartness to it in the mouth. But it was fine. It didn't really take away from the actual taste of the beer. So it was pleasant. It wasn't like rubbing alcohol or anything. And overall, just thumbs up. I like this beer a lot. Once again, this is the Wild Raspberry Ale by the Great Divide Brewing Company, located in Colorado, Denver, Colorado. And I guess I'm maybe drinking this in honor of the Nuggets. So, Nuggets, give them hell tonight. Beat those stinking Lakers. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Happy Memorial Day to all your families and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys later.